Hello students, welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas. We have an app by the name CareersCloud which you can go and download through Play Store. Once you have downloaded the application, you will be able to easily log in using your Gmail ID. Once you have logged in, you will be redirected to this page where you will be getting this UI and there will be option for home, all courses, my courses and doubt section. On this application, you will be getting multiple PDFs, multiple content on daily basis that will be enhancing your learning. Our first segment is daily current affairs. We make sure to provide you current affairs on daily basis in both English as well as in Hindi content. The PDFs for the same are uploaded on our application, and apart from this, we also make sure to provide you with quizzes that will help you to revise the content after you have gone through the PDF. Next comes our weekly content. The content is also provided in both English as well as in Hindi, and here we also make sure to provide you quiz also of that past week's current affairs that will be enhancing your learning, as it is a compilation of the important topics, important MCQ questions for the last week. Similar for the monthly, the PDFs are very important. They provide you insights of various topics, as well as we also make sure to provide you the quiz of monthly questions that are very important for learning. Next, we also provide you with important PIB articles on daily basis so that you can go through these articles and have an insight about that particular topic. Not just this, we also make sure to provide you important events that are happening globally and make sure to give you the right analysis. One of the most important segment of our application is that we make sure to provide you with the correct exam analysis. When you are having exam, we make sure to provide you with previous year questions so that the student can go through the exam pattern and the syllabus and can prepare the exam accordingly based on the pattern. After the exam, we also make sure to provide you with the exam analysis. Then for the students who are preparing for state exams, they will be also beneficial here, as we will make sure to provide with state-wise current affairs for them. Apart from this, we also make sure to cover the topic-wise current affairs such as your national affairs, government schemes, international affairs, banking and finance, economy and businesses, as these are the topics from which the examiner definitely asks the question, and these are covered on the monthly basis. So friends, do check our application. It will be a one-stop solution for learning. Apart from this, friends, CareersCloud is hiring. We are looking for candidates for subject matter experts in quants, reasoning and English, and also we are looking for a content creator for current affairs topic on daily basis, weekly basis and monthly basis. There is also an opening for a person who can translate the English content into Hindi. If you want to apply, you can scan the code here for further details, or you can go to the description and click the link below. These positions are available both in full-time and freelance for serious candidates. Hello everyone. So in this video, we will be discussing important current affairs for the topic science and technology for the January month. The session will be quite interesting and important, so do pay attention till the end and do take notes. They will be very beneficial for your learning. Let's start. First is SpaceX. SpaceX is owned by Elon Musk, right? So SpaceX recently launched a US military secretive X-37B military space plane. X-37B. This is a secretive military space plane that was launched by which company? SpaceX. Question asked here is, this was launched using Dash rocket from Launch Complex 39A at Kennedy Space Center in Florida, USA. We know the Falcon Heavy. This is of SpaceX, right? And Falcon Heavy has recently carried this secretive X-37B military space plane of USA. Correct? Take a note of this. Next. So right option here becomes option 4, Falcon Heavy. And remember, the Falcon Heavy, this rocket, this is a combination of multiple Falcon 9 boosters. Next, SpaceX launched 21 Starlink satellites, including the first 6 direct-to-cell satellites into low Earth orbit on board a Dash launch vehicle from California, USA. So again, this SpaceX is also of Elon Musk and Starlink is also of Elon Musk. So using the Falcon 9 rocket of SpaceX, 21 Starlink satellites were launched into low Earth orbit. Correct? And these direct to cell satellites aim to provide seamless global access to text, call, and browse across all the terrain, even in the location where the networks are rare. Correct? Because this is through the satellite, and satellite internet will be provided. Moving on, which company is set to launch GSAT 20, that was renamed to GSAT N2, a Ka band high throughput satellite on board Falcon 9 rocket from Falcon 9 rocket of SpaceX in the second quarter of 2024. So it is NSIL, that is New Space India Limited. Correct? This company is planning to launch GSAT 20, that was renamed to GSAT and 2. Correct? This is a high throughput satellite. This will be launched using Falcon 9 rocket in the second quarter of 2024. And here ISRO's first partnership with SpaceX to launch this satellite, and that is GSAT N2. This satellite is weighing around 4,700 kilograms. Next, which company has recently unveiled GoRoga, India's first anti-stress wearable? So this GoRoga, this was unveiled by Global Space Technologies Limited. Right? This is Navi Mumbai, Maharashtra based company. Correct? Global Space Technologies Limited, and they have unveiled this GoRoga, that is India's first anti-stress wearable. This device uses non-invasive brain stimulation technology to reduce anxiety and promote mental wellness. I repeat, this GoRoga, this will promote, or this will reduce anxiety and promote mental wellness using a NIBS technology, and NIBS stands for non-invasive brain stimulation technology. Next, which of the following points are correct with respect to ISRO's Aditya L1 spacecraft as of January 2023? If we remember, Aditya L1, this was launched to study the surface of Sun corona. Question asked here is, first is ISRO successful, or the options here we have to tell which one of the following are correct. So option B and C are correct. Let's focus on A. A is saying that ISRO successfully performed the crucial maneuver of injecting the Aditya L1 spacecraft, India's first space-based observatory class, to study the sun into the halo orbit of Lagrange point 1, traveled around 2.1 million kilometers in 75 days. Is it one right? Everything is right. It is just that it is not 2.1 kilometers or 2.1 million. It is actually 3.7 million kilometers, and it took around 126 days, not 75 days to reach there. Correct? Rest option B and C are correct. Next, which company has recently tested the three-dimensional, that is 3D printed innovative propulsion system called rotating detonation rocket engine at Marshall Space Flight Center in Alabama, USA? So which is that company? It is NASA. Right? NASA recently tested 3D printed rocket engine, that is rotating detonation rocket engine, RDRE. This was tested at Alabama in USA. This engine can power both human landers as well as interplanetary vehicles. Correct? RDRE. This is a 3D printed propulsion system. Next is NASA. They have launched 5 payloads to soft land on moon's surface abroad Dash mission through United Launch Alliance Vulcan Centaur launch vehicle from Cape Canaveral, Florida, USA. So NASA, they have launched 5 payloads to soft land on the moon surface on their Peregrine Mission 1, that is PM Vision 1. Correct? That was launched, that will be launched through United Launch Alliance Vulcan Centaur launch vehicle from Cape Canaveral, Florida, USA. And this is the first launch of NASA under the Commercial Lunar Payload Service Initiative. And this PM1, it is the first commercial mission of astro-robotic technology to land on another planetary body. Right? And here, Sharad Bhaskaran. Remember this name? Sharad Bhaskaran. He is in Indian origin. Right? And he is the mission director here of this PM1. Next, name the assault rifle that was recently launched by DRDO for Indian Army. That is named Ugram. Right? Ugram, this is the name of the assault rifle launched by DRDO. Correct? And it was launched for Indian Army. Take a note of this. This is 7.62 by 51 mm. That is 7.62 by 51 mm caliber. This weighs less than 4 kgs and it has 500-meter firing range. Next, name the university that has recently developed an electrically conductive growing medium called electronic soil for hydroponics. It is Linköping University. I repeat, Linköping University of Sweden. Right? They have recently developed an electrically conductive growing medium called electronic soil or e-soil. Right? And this has been developed for hydroponics method. Hydroponics is basically a method in which no soil is used, just the plants are grown using water, and you can add additional minerals and vitamins in the water that will be absorbed directly by the roots. Correct? For the same, e-soil, electronic soil, has been developed by Linköping University of Sweden. Moving on, Indian Navy received Drishti 10 Starliner, the first indigenously manufactured medium altitude long endurance male UAV from Dash Company. So Indian Navy, they received Drishti 10 Starliner. This is the first indigenously manufactured male. Male stands for medium altitude long endurance. This was launched from UAV. Correct? From which company? Using Adani and Aerospace. So coming back, Drishti Starliner, the first indigenous manufactured male UAV. It was developed by Adani Defense and Aerospace. Correct? And Indian Navy, they have received Drishti 10 Starliners. Correct? Take a note of this. Next, National Surveillance Program for Aquatic Animal Disease project introduced a mobile app, that is Report Fish Disease, to track and monitor fish disease across India. Which institute resource center has developed Report Fish Disease application? It is National Bureau of Fish Genetic Resources. I repeat, option 4, National Bureau of Fish Genetic Resources. This project has introduced a mobile application, that is Report Fish Disease. It is to track and monitor fish disease across India. This Report Fish Disease has been developed by ICAR and their arm NBFGR. Correct? They have developed it. Next, which country's space startup Orion Space has recently launched their maiden rocket Gravity 1 from DEFU 15002, the Mobile Sea platform. So it is of which country? It is of China. Correct? Chinese space startup firm Orion Space. This is a startup and they have launched a maiden rocket, that is Gravity 1. Right? And this is the Mobile Sea platform that was launched from, that is DEFU 15002. So what is this DEFU 15002? It is a platform on a sea where you can land or launch rockets from, right? It is a mobile sea platform. And from there only this Gravity 1 was launched. Next, name the missile that has recently conducted a flight test by DRDO from Chandipur off the coast of Odisha. So what is the name of that missile? That is Akash NG. NG stands for New Generation. Correct? That is Akash New Generation missile. This was recently tested by DRDO off the coast of Odisha. Next, which company has recently launched an HIIA rocket carrying Japan's information gathering satellite Optical 8 into 500 km altitude sun synchronous orbit? So which is that company? It is Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, right? They have recently launched HIIA, correct, carrying IGS. I repeat, HIIA rocket carrying Japan's IGS information gathering satellite that was named Optical 8. This is the name of the satellite, right? This is the name of the rocket that was used to carry this satellite, this optical satellite. It is of Japan. Question asked is, which company recently launched this? It was Mitsubishi Heavy Industries that has launched this Optical 8 satellite using HIIA rocket, and this satellite is of Japan. Next, the Chinese Academy of Science launched the lotus-shaped astronomical satellite Einstein probe to observe violent cosmic phenomena on a dash carrier rocket from southwest Sichuan province of China. So what is the name of that rocket that was used to launch this rocket shaped, a lotus shaped astronomical satellite? Einstein probe. So it was using Long March 2C rocket. Long March 2C rocket. Next question can be asked, Einstein probe. This Einstein probe, this is the satellite of which country? It is of China. It was launched using which rocket? It was launched using Long March 2C rocket. Next, name the end-to-end secure mobile ecosystem that was recently developed by Indian Army to enhance national defense capabilities. It is Sambhav. Right? Indian Army, they have recently developed an end-to-end secure mobile ecosystem that was called Sambhav. And what does Sambhav stands for? Secure Army Mobile Bharat version. I repeat, Secure Army Mobile Bharat version. This was launched by Sambhav. This was launched by whom? It was launched and developed by Indian Army, and the full form here is this is of Sambhav, and it was to enhance the defense capabilities of India. Moving on, the 25T Bollard pull tug that was named Bhishma was launched at MS Titagarh Rail Systems Limited in which city? So remember, this is 25T Bollard pull tug. This was named what? This was named Bhishma, right? And this was launched where? It was launched by Titagarh Rail Systems Limited. And where this was launched? This was launched in Kolkata, West Bengal. Take a note of this, right? Next is, which organization or company has recently developed distress alert transmitter second generation for the fishermen at the sea to send emergency messages from fishing boats? So this is a communication device, right? And it is to send emergency messages via from sea, correct? These will be the emergency messages that will be sent from sea to shore in order for help, right? And this is distress alert transmitter second generation. Question asked here is that this communication device was developed by whom? This was developed by ISRO, right? And it is basically to help the fishermen to send emergency messages from their fishing boats at sea. Next is, SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket launched Axiom Space Axiom Mission 3 by carrying dash country's first astronaut Alper Zarevich to International Space Station. Question asked here is that this first astronaut Alper Zarevich was of which countries, right? Which country's first astronaut? So it was of Turkey. Another way question can be asked that Turkey's first astronaut Alper was sent to International Space Station using which rocket? It was using Falcon 9 rocket. Then question can be asked, it was used in which mission he was sent to space? So it was sent in space on International Space Station from Axiom's Space Axiom Mission 3, that is Axiom company. Axiom Space is the name of the company and their mission Axiom Mission 3. Next, Minister of State Ajay Bhatt flagged off indigenously developed and manufactured Astra missile for supply to the Indian Air Force. Astra missile, correct? So Minister of State Ajay Bhatt flagged off indigenously developed and manufactured Astra missiles for the supply of Indian Air Force. Question asked is, which company manufactured the Astra missile? So this Astra missile was manufactured by Bharat Dynamics Limited, BDL. This Astra, this is BVR class. BVR stands for Beyond Visual Range class. It is air-to-air missile, right? And it will be mounted on fighter aircraft, correct? It is an air-to-air missile. This was developed by DRDO and it was manufactured by BDL. I repeat, manufactured by BDL and developed by DRDO. Next, which country's defense minister has recently tested a nuclear-capable underwater attack drone HALE 523? So it is of North Korea. I repeat, North Korea's defense ministry has recently tested a nuclear-capable underwater attack drone HALE 523. This means tsunami. This means tsunami, correct? And this is also known as Sea of Japan. HALE 523. Next, JAXA. JAXA is the space agency of Japan, that is Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency. They have successfully landed SLIM. SLIM stands for Smart Lander for Investigating Moon. This was landed on the lunar surface. With this, Japan became the dash nation to soft land on the moon. So, with this SLIM, Japan became the fifth nation to soft land on the surface of the moon. Which was fourth? It was our India. Next, which country has recently launched the Soraya satellite using a three-stage solid fuel QAM 100 satellite carrier? So this was launched off by Iran, right? Iran has launched this Soraya satellite using three-stage solid fuel QAM 100 satellite carrier. Next, which company along with NASA has recently launched the X-59 quiet supersonic jet, a one-of-a-kind experimental aircraft known as the Son of Concorde? Right? So, which is that company along with NASA that has launched this X-59 quiet supersonic jet? It is Lockheed Martin Corporation, right, along with NASA, and they have launched this X-59. This is a quiet supersonic jet. It is a one of its kind experimental aircraft. This is also known as Son of Concorde, right, and it was developed jointly by NASA and Lockheed Martin Corporation. Next, in Jan, Dash became the first country in the world to incorporate a malaria vaccine into its routine national immunization program. It is Republic of Cameroon. Right? Republic of Cameroon, this is a Central African country. They became the first country in the world to incorporate a malaria vaccine into the routine national immunization program. Next, in Jan, Yard 129, that is LSAM 19, the Dash ammunition cum torpedo cum missile barge was launched at Suryadipta Projects Private Limited at Thane, Maharashtra. So this is the fifth ammunition cum torpedo cum missile barge launched at Suryadipta Projects Private Limited, that is in Thane, Maharashtra. This barge was built by Thane based MSME, that is Suryadipta Projects Private Limited, right? So right option here is option 1. Next, Indian Navy in collaboration with BrahMos Aerospace Private Limited test fired an extended range of BrahMos supersonic cruise missile, that is BrahMos extended range ER. Question asked here is that BrahMos ER, it is an improved variant of the basic BrahMos missile with a range of around 450 to 500 kilometers, right? Right option is this. So this is the extended range of BrahMos extended range. If I talk to you about the normal BrahMos missile, they have a range of almost 300 kilometers. Next, in Jan, which country has simultaneously launched 3 satellites for the first time using 2-stage liquid fuel SIMOG satellite launch vehicle, that is Phoenix? So with the help of Phoenix, that is the first time using 2-stage liquefied fuel SIMOG Phoenix, right? Question asked here is that which country has launched 3 satellites using this? So it is our country. Is it? No, it is Iran, right? Iran has launched 3 satellites for the first time using 2-stage liquid fueled SIMOG Phoenix satellite launch vehicle that was developed by their Ministry of Defense. And these 3 satellites, remember the name? Mehda, Kihan 2 and Hatef 1. I repeat, Kihan 2, Hatef 1 and Mehda. These are the 3 satellites launched by Iran using Phoenix. So friends, these were your important current affairs for science and tech for Jan month. Now let's move to some revision part. They will be very beneficial for your learning.
Next, Karnataka government launches Dr. Puneet Rajkumar Hruday Jyoti Yojana. Mark this. Then first Australia-India Education and Skill Council meeting. Where was this held? At IIT Gujarat. Then PM Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana to be extended for the next 5 years. L&T to construct a greenfield airport in Andhra's Bhogapuram. Then Delhi banks on IIT Kanpur's artificial rain to tackle pollution crisis. We saw then when there was a heavy pollution in Delhi during the Diwali season, they said that they will be tying up with which IIT? With IIT Kanpur for artificial rain. Then Jal Diwali, that is water for women, women for water campaign launched Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, right? Launched by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. This campaign, Jal Diwali. Then Chile, it became the 95th member of International Solar Alliance. Who is the project manager here or project director? Ajay Mathur. Headquarters is in Gurugram, Haryana, right? And it was started in 2015 and joint venture between India and France. Then UP state government to conduct cow census. Which state? UP. 8th edition of Vizag Navy Marathon was held in Vishakhapatnam. Vizag for Vishakhapatnam. Remember is that like. Then IIT Madras to establish first international campus where in Zanzibar. Next is Adani Green. They will cross they have crossed the 8.4 gigawatt mark and became the India's largest renewable energy company. Then Mudra, it became the India's first port. Where is the Mundra? Where is this Mundra port? First of all, tell me. It is in Gujarat. Right? It became the first port to handle 16.1 million tons of cargo. Then government has launched Bharat Atta initiative for affordable wheat flour. Then 10th edition of the Kalinga Literary Festival was held where in Bhubaneswar. Then THDC India has signed a pact to develop renewable energy projects in Karnataka. Then New Delhi will host 33rd conference on world animal health. Next is Uttarakhand. It will become the first state to adopt Uniform Civil Code, that is UCC. Then Ayodhya to set Guinness record by lighting 22 lakh diyas. Next is Aina dashboard for cities. This portal was launched by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. Then Meghalaya, they have launched food security campaign to achieve zero hunger. Next, India ranks second in the employee well-being and Turkey has secured the first position in this employees well-being index and Japan has the lowest index here. Mika, it became the world's first robot CEO. Take a note of this. Then Japan got a new island after the undersea volcano eruption that took place. IMF Executive Board appointed 50% quota increase. Then sixth meeting of the India OPEC Energy Dialogue was held at Vienna. Then 800 biopic of Sri Lanka cricketer Muthaiya Muralidharan has been released, right? 800 is the name of that biopic. Then India ranked 117th among 129 nations in Inclusiveness Index by US Veracity and New Zealand secured the first position here. Next is New Zealand launched interactive map for biodiversity restoration. Next is Singh inaugurates Power Pavilion in New Delhi, right? Then Sheetal Mahajan became the first woman to skydive Mount Everest, correct? Next is PM Modi. He inaugurated PVTG Development Mission and Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra. Next, India will host second Voice of Global South Summit. Hardeep Singh Puri launched Cities 2.0 in New Delhi. Then Delhi Airport launched Sunflower Initiative. Next, Indian Railways in collaboration with IRCTC to launch Bharat Gaurav Tourist. Next, India and USA they signed an MOU to connect dynamic startup ecosystem. Next is Kochi. Kochi in Con Nest list of best places to visit in 2024. Right? Then 42nd edition of India International Trade Fair. Where was it inaugurated? At Pragati Maidan, that is in New Delhi. Then WHO and Ministry of Ayush they signed a traditional and complementary medicine. Next is a 2-day long global fisheries conference was held in Ahmedabad. Then 54th International Film Festival of India has been opened in Goa. Ladakh secured 4th GI tag for sea buckthorn. UP government launched Every Right for Every Child campaign. Dharmendra Pradhan launched 37th PM Shri Kendriya Vidyalayas and 26th PM Shri Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalayas in Odisha. Then Bihar governor approved bill raising reservation for from 50% to 65%. Then IFFI 23 here Rajkumar Hirani to head jury panel for the Best Web Services Award. Then Ministry of Tourism and International Tourism Mart at right. So this International Tourism Mart was held at Shillong, organized by Ministry of Tourism. And Bangalore has topped in the women-led startup, right? Which city topped? It is Bangalore. Then 7th edition of Bengal Global Business Summit has recently started. Right? Next is Hornbill Festival. Hornbill Festival has returned to Nagaland in December. So question can be asked, where is this Hornbill Festival held? In Nagaland. Then Kerala's responsible tourism make it to the UN World Tourism Organization list. Then Meghalaya has launched Water Smart Kid campaign to foster water conservation awareness among young minds. Saffron of Kishtawar has recently, or we can say saffron recently got the GI tag, right? or from Kishtawar district. Then UP government they declared November 25 as the no non-veg day. Mark this. Next, Madhya Pradesh get India's largest tiger reserve in Damo to be operational in the next 2-3 months. Then ILO, that is your International Labour Organization, needed concern for the workers and laborers across the world. Next, India and European Union signed an MOU in the field of semiconductor ecosystem. Next is Ayushman Bharat Health and Wellness Center, named has been changed to Ayushman Arogya Mandir. Next is Ministry of Mines is about to launch first ever tranche of strategic mineral auction. Then inauguration of Hemfest 2023 held in Ahmedabad. Then Department of Revenue that comes under the Ministry of Finance is hosting the Asia Pacific workshop for money laundering cases. Next is Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra started in Maharashtra. Next is Kashi Tamil Sangam is scheduled to be launched in December 2023. Then India's first telecom center of excellence is going to set up in UP, that is Uttar Pradesh.
First question is PM Modi laid the foundation stone for three semiconductor facilities that are located in which state? So remember, two of these facilities are in Gujarat and one will be in Assam. And this facility that is in Assam will be the first semiconductor manufacturing facility that will be set up in the northeastern region of India. Right? This is important. So two in Gujarat and one in Assam. Dekho Apna Desh People's Choice 24. This is a tourism initiative that was launched by whom? So remember, Dekho Apna Desh People's Choice 2024. This is an tourism initiative so that India's tourism sector can boost. Various places in India, people can visit those places and the tourism sector can boost in India. So this was launched by PM Modi, Narendra Modi. PM Modi recently visited Jammu and Kashmir to address Viksit Bharat, Viksit Jammu Kashmir program at Bakshi Stadium in Srinagar. There he unveiled this Dekho Apna Desh People's Choice 2024, that is the nationwide tourism destination poll by Ministry of Tourism, correct, to identify the pulse of the nation on tourism. Apart from this, he also launched Chalo India Global Diaspora campaign and dedicated to the national development projects worth more than 6,400 crore rupees. Right? So just remember, Dekho Apna Desh, as the name suggests, it is to basically make people visit all the historic places, all the monumental places in India, right? As it will increase the tourism in India, and we know tourism is a very important sector in country's economy because we have seen the effect of it that during COVID-19 when there was a lockdown, then the Sri Lankan economy was very much devastated. Not just that, even Maldives recently we have seen when there was a fight going on between India and Maldives, and due to which, as Indians started boycotting their nation, almost 33% of the tourism declined in their country, right? Because India or Indian diaspora was one of the major segment, almost one third of the tourisms that were or tourists that were visiting that country, and their economy was heavily dependent on it. Correct? So coming back, Dekho Apna Desh People's Choice tourism initiative launched by PM Modi. Bharat Shakti. This is an integrated tri-service firepower exercise that was held where? So exercise is Bharat Shakti. This Bharat Shakti, this tri-service firepower exercise was held where? This was held at Pokhran range. And where is Pokhran range? It is in Rajasthan. Right? And it was during Prime Minister's visit to Rajasthan on 12th of March. And this is a trilateral service exercise or tri-service firepower exercise. That is not trilateral. Trilateral is basically when three countries come together, right? So this is a tri-service exercise that was held in Pokhran, Rajasthan. Right? If we talk about this exercise, as the name suggests, tri-service, that is Indian Army, Indian Air Force and Indian Navy, all three of them took part in this particular exercise. Then from Indian Army, if we talk about, we saw the participation of T-90 tanks, we saw the participation of Arjun tanks, we saw the participation of Akash weapon system, right, and advanced light helicopter and so on. Even Pinaka rocket system was showcased here. Then if we talk about Indian Navy, from Indian Navy we saw the participation of naval anti-ship missiles, autonomous cargo carrying aerial vehicles, and so on. And from Indian Air Force, we saw the participation of Tejas, we saw the participation of Mark 4 Dhruv and Prachand helicopters. Ethanol 100, an automatic fuel, was launched by whom? So this ethanol 100, this was launched by Hardeep Singh Puri, who is our Union Minister of Petroleum and Natural Gas. Correct? E100. This is also written as ethanol 100 or E100. Right? This is a clean green fuel, right? And this is an alternative to gasoline. This E100 was launched where? It was launched at IOCL's, that is Indian Oil Corporation Limited's retail outlet, that is at Arvind Road. And where is this Arvind Road service station? This is in New Delhi. So E100 launched by Hardeep Singh Puri. This is a clean green fuel, that is an alternative to gasoline, and it was first launched at IOCL's retail outlet, that is at Arvind Road service station, that is in New Delhi. Then this E100 will be made available to more than 183 retail outlets across 5 states, that is Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, UP and Delhi. Correct? And this E100 fuel is expected to transform the transportation sector and reduce the fossil fuel dependency. As we said, this is also a clean green fuel. This E100 or ethanol 100, this is a cleaner alternative to gasoline, and it emits fewer greenhouse gases and pollutants as compared to that of other, and it keeps the air clean. The octane rating here is between 100 to 105. Right? Next, Ministry of Defence signed a contract worth 8,073 crore rupees with Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, and it is to acquire how many advanced light helicopter Dhruv Mark 3 for Indian Army and Indian Coast Guard. So how many advanced light helicopters Dhruv Mark 3 will be acquired? So a total of 34 advanced light helicopter Mark 3 will be acquired for Indian Army and Indian Coast Guard, right? And the contract is worth 8,073 crore rupees. Correct? It was signed by Ministry of Defence with Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. Then in this also, remember, Indian Army will be getting 25 advanced light helicopters, and Indian Coast Guard, they will be getting 9 advanced light helicopters. MHI, Ministry of Heavy Industries, they have partnered with which IIT to advance automotive and electric vehicle sector, right? So that there should be transformation and growth in the automotive sector as well as a growth in the electric vehicle sector. For this, Ministry of Heavy Industries, they have partnered with which IIT? They have partnered with IIT Roorkee to grow this automotive sector and electric vehicle sector, right? And the MOU here, they aims to create a center of excellence and an industry accelerator at IIT Roorkee. For this, IIT Roorkee has partnered with International Center for Automotive Technology, that is in Manesar, Haryana. This is a premier institute for automotive testing and research. This MOU is a part of the scheme for enhancement of the Indian capital goods sector phase of Ministry of Heavy Industries, right? And I just mentioned the aim is to grow this automotive sector and electric vehicle adoption by providing better facilities, and the total cost for this project is estimated to be around 24,000 crore rupees, and out of which Ministry of Heavy Industries will be giving almost 20 crores, and rest of the amount will be contributed by various industry partners. Next is our homework section. First, genetic rescue has been proposed to conserve the tiger population of which national park? Second, World Air Quality Report recently seen in news is published by which organization? Third, Developing Countries Trading Scheme recently seen in the news is associated with which country? Fourth, Mission 414 campaign recently seen in news is launched in which state? And fifth, eCrop, a crop simulation model based device, was developed by which one of the following institute? So these are your 5 homework questions, friends, and maximum participation from all the students is required here. That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at AffairsCloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the of courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is AffairsCloud_official. In the end, friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.